Boulevard EA. Boulevard EA.
Boulevardier! One of my favourite drinks.
I can't say it.
Oh, that's all right.
Boulevardier.
The more you have, the harder it is to say. Basically.
Boulevardier.
Boulevardier. Yes, you fucking smashed it. You've smashed it from day one.
From day one.
You're pretending that you're struggling, but you're not.
I think looking at it, it doesn't make sense.
Well, so just to explain, yes, this is if you haven't heard of this drink before, it's a Negroni, but with whiskey instead of gin. But it's more than that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's different. It turns into something different. It actually turns into a Manhattan with Campari, actually, which is a really different thing than the Negroni.
Okay.
So, yeah. The whiskey you use is actually quite important, much
Right.
as, it's in a similar way that I described with the Negroni, you need a big gin. That you really want a big whiskey for this. You want a big punchy one, you want high proof, but you also want big flavour. And preferably high rye content, which is what Wild Turkey has. So it's a bourbon, so 51% corn, nice, rich and sweet. But then the secondary element, the grain mash, is rye, and it's a high proportion compared to others. So that means you get more of the spiciness.
It's the vermouth.
That's right, the vermouth.
The vermouth.
Do you remember how to say this one?
Cocco di Cinirini.
That was even better than last time. He smashed it last time. Cocky di Torino.
I did. I got it exactly right this time as well.
Absolutely smashed it. Yes,
Cocco
Cocky di Cinirini.
That's right.
Cini di Cinirini, Reno.
Cini di Rini Cocco.
Yeah, so that's the only vermouth worth butchering.
It's the only one I can say. Get in the bin.
Oh, I love Campari. Oh my
God.
I love it so much.
Get lost.
You've got to have a positive relationship with bitterness, guys.
Do one.
You don't have to, but I do, so...
Tastes like My Little
know.
Ponies. Like, what am I doing in the top corner?
Just having a little... So there wasn't even a spill or anything. You just had a go.
Ooh, a nice frozen glass there, Dave.
Yeah, so what we're doing with this one is we've used an ice block. And if you are using an ice block, I know we've had an episode before where I said, like, temper it and then put it in after. It is fine if you make sure that it fits before and then put it all in the freezer, and then it's all together as one. That's still nice as well. There's more than one way to do things, and mostly it's about your conviction with saying what the right way is. But you could just build it in the glass like the Negroni and you add your cubed ice and stir. Still works great. It's still lovely.
Slightly more than just a shot. A little bit over
That's right, yeah.
A little bit over a shot, 35ml.
This really makes the difference.
Yeah.
This drink wants to be different. It wants to taste, to have a different balance, and it's got a different purpose, really, to the Negroni. Negroni's a pre-dinner drink. This is a post-dinner drink. It's more of a digestif than an aperitif. It's a beautiful drink.
I think you could just
it's
this
so
bit.
good.
You don't have to put this in.
Oh,
in fact, please
makes my tongue
make
so
it
happy.
without it and let me know how much better it is.
Do you know what, Dan? You're talking about a Manhattan, and we nearly did that episode. But we will do that in the future. So genuinely, if you change the proportions a little bit, drop the Campari, you've got a Manhattan.
Better drink.
And actually,
you
still use bitters in a Manhattan. So you're essentially taking the bitter element of a Manhattan here and boosting it up, which is different to a Negroni. So it's kind of the same recipe, but it really is a different drink with a different focus. And it's really interesting, actually. This is a good example of how your perception of a drink and how you want a drink to taste really affects the outcome based on literally changing one ingredient between the Negroni and the Boulevardier. I find this stuff really fascinating.
Yeah.
And I will go into this in detail in the future. This is something I'm quite passionate and interested in. And I wrote a big old document like last week about all the details. It's basically a book. I've written a book, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna throw that on you unless
you're getting the glass back out of the freezer.
That's right. Yeah. So straight away, as soon as you can, straight out of the freezer, pour it straight away, drink it straight away. That's how you do this. So cocktails are a timed thing, you know. There's a time urgency about it, right? So, that
looks amazing.
Honestly, there's elements to this, but I honestly think this is one of the best things you've ever shot down.
Wow, you said that in the last episode.
No, but because you keep getting better.
Wow.
Honestly, that made me stop talking. That looked so good, I trailed off.
Wow.
Man, you killed it.
And you put some dried fruit on the top.
That's right, yeah. You like the dehydrated. You eat them, don't you?
Oh, they're so good, yeah.
So it just brings out a bit more of like a cooked orange sweetness, which works lovely with this, with this kind of sweeter flavour profile.
What the hell's going on here?
Ooh. It's the Boulevardier. The Boulevardier.
The Boulevardier.
It's a late night drink. It's
Oh wow, that's amazing.
So
we were just playing with the lighting and
yeah, but there's a total vibe to this, man. That you have this after dinner. It's more seductive and richer.
Oh.
Enjoy the Boulevardier, guys. Have a go.
See you later.